Now that our account is created and we have verified our account, so let's get into the core of Labelz. So the first thing that we need to do is to create a workspace or generate labels, right? So to generate labels, you need to create a workspace and a template, right? But just so you are curious regarding what all is available, considering that you signed up without buying a plan, you can click on upgrade here and you'll kind of get an idea that you have a limit of 1 workspace, a limit of 3 templates and 5 labels to generate. This is available in the free trial. You can create 1 workspace, put in 3 templates and 5 labels, right? So let's create our first workspace. So you have an option called generate labels here. You can click on it and you will see that you go to my workspaces and no workspaces are found. You can do that, or in order to navigate properly, you can always click on the menu, and in the menu you have the my workspaces option, right? Since I do not have any workspaces, it says no workspaces yet, but if I click on my workspaces, you go here, right? And the first thing that you see is create a workspace, right? So you can click on create workspace, and the first thing you need to do is enter a workspace name. So something like new let's give it something more logical, right? Let's say t-shirt workspace. So I'm technically saying that in this workspace we are saving all the label templates required for t-shirt labels, right? So just to understand how workspaces work, you already have your organization, which is .switch in my case. So you have my organization .switch. Under .switch you have different workspaces. I am currently creating this, right? Within different workspaces you can add different operators and they will have access to these workspaces, and we'll discuss that later. But right now I'm showing you how to create a basic workspace, right? So let's say if you already have a template in your head, a template basically meaning what are the minimum different kinds of fields you require, you can make it into a CSV and put the CSV here. But you can also go to the next step and you can add your field names. So for instance, I want a something like item name, right? I need a item name field where I can tell the customer what the item is. I can give a item description. This is also text. I can have something like item, let's say I can say MRP, which is the price. I can add a price. I can want to have a item size, which will be something like S, M, L, XL, all of that. So I can give it a text. So I need these 4 fields at the bare minimum, and I can say continue to sample. So now you'll see all these are added, and there is an extra field called barcode, because this barcode is mandatory to have. You need to have a barcode field. We'll discuss later how to hide it, but yeah, this is something that will be added by default. Even if you don't add a barcode, it will get added. So now you can drag and drop this as you want it on the layout. So I want my item name to be a little bigger. I want my barcode to be somewhere here. I want my item size to come here, right? Since it's just one letter, I'll put it like this. MRP can go here, and item description, obviously I want it to big enough because it will contain a lot of text. I'll make the MRP a little bigger. I'll keep the barcode like this. Don't worry, you can edit it later. It's not something that is hard fixed, but as you can see, there's a arrange base layout option. This is basically your demo layout. This is these are the minimum fields that will be required in a template. These are the minimum fields that will be added to the template, but you can later add them or remove them as you like. But one thing to note is when you are creating this demo layout, whatever fields you add will become additional options in the further templates you create. So let's say I create another template later, which I'll show. These will be the fields that will be given as options, that you had added these fields, and if you want we can add them to this template as well, right? You can drag and drop and resize them, or you can also change their positions accordingly. So something like this, right? You see there's an item description at x10, but the item name is at x8, so they are not definitely aligned on the x axis. You can write 10 here and they will be aligned, right? So anyway, once you have arranged the base layout, you can create the workspace, right? So now t-shirt workspace has been added. Right now, if I go into it, if I have to check what is inside this, if I go to design labels now, your base template is already here. This is what you define. You can create new templates, but yeah, you have created your first workspace. Any workspace will have its base template defined here, right? So yeah, that's how you create your first workspace. Hope you got something from this video, and if you have any queries you can reach out to us. Links in the description. If I have to go to upgrade, you can see that yeah, we have created our first workspace, we have created our first template, right? So 1 out of 1 used, 1 out of 3 used. In fact, if I go back to my dashboard, you can see those numbers as well, right? Okay, see you in the next video.